Hello, welcome back to SimFox Gaming. Today, I'm going to give you my 15 ultimate tips and tricks for starting out in Supermarket Simulator. If this video helps you in any way, please consider liking, and if I've missed any tips or tricks, please leave them in the comments. Tip number 1, you are able to move at double the speed by holding down the shift key. This will save you a ton of time when moving around. Tip number 2, by holding down the left mouse button, it will speed up stacking the shelves. Tip number 3, you don't need to worry about bills, they will pay automatically. However, on bank loans, you will be charged a late payment fee if not paid by the due date. Tip number 4, don't accidentally throw away stock. Some boxes it's hard to see what's left in there. A good tip for this is on your keyboard to close the box using letter C, and if there is a picture of the stock still on the box, do not throw it away. Tip number 5, when you see a unit price drop indicated by a red arrow like this, it's a good idea to buy more stock than usual. This will help you make more profit in the long run. Tip number 6, pricing items. When you start the game, it's just you in the store. So to make your life easier, you really should price stuff either by rounding up or down to the nearest dollar or to the nearest 50 cents. This will make it much easier for you when you're on the tills to give change to customers. When it comes to pricing, a good strategy that I like to follow for maximum profits and minimal customer complaints is for any products around the market price of $2 to $4, I put a 5% increase on that market price. For anything around the market price of between $4 and $8, I put an 8% increase on the market price. And for any products where the market value is over $10, I put a 10% increase on the market price. Tip number 7, if you experience a frame rate drop when you turn the lights on, a good way around this is to reduce your graphics quality to low and change your screen refresh rate to below 144 Hz. Tip number 8, at the beginning of the game, when you have one cashier, don't leave him on his own. Make sure you have your own till to ring up customers, or else the line will get too long and you'll get complaints. Plus, you are able to ring out customers much faster. Tip number 9, you are free to explore the town. Now at the time of recording, there isn't much to do in the town, but I just thought it was interesting that you can move around quite freely. Tip number 10, now this may be a controversial one, but in my opinion, it's best to prioritise the box boys over the cashiers. The box boys will help you much more throughout the day, they keep on top of the stock, they minimise customer complaints for missing products, and at the end of the day, they do save you a ton of time. Tip number 11, make sure before ordering new product licenses that you plan appropriately. You need to make sure that you have the required furniture for the products, whether that be a shelf, fridge or freezer, and enough money in your pocket to be able to stock the items after everything has been purchased. Failing to do this will result in customers complaining that they cannot find the new items, which in the end will reduce your store points at the end of the day. Tip number 12, as the old saying goes, you need to spend money to make money. Don't be afraid to spend your money in this game. It is near on impossible to go bankrupt. And remember, everything on the shelves and in the stock room will sell eventually. So you will make profit on everything that you have purchased. So make sure you fill up those shelves and spend that money. Tip number 13, if you give a customer the incorrect change, just right click back on the incorrect number and the money will go back into the till. Tip number 14, when you are approaching the end of the day, it's best to go make a cup of tea and let your game carry on running before clicking on to the next day. This will allow the box boys to completely restock the store with what's left in the stock room. This will make sure that when you are ordering stock the next day, you don't over order an item and only order what is needed. Tip number 15, it's always handy to keep a few empty boxes outside the store in case you want to remodel your store and move items around. And there you have it, my 15 ultimate tips for a beginner starting out in Supermarket Simulator. If you have enjoyed this video or found it useful, please consider liking, leaving a comment and subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching, much love.